Hey, this is Anya from LanguageCast, and today I'm going to be talking a bit about getting conversational in a language of your choice. So in my instance, I would say that I am conversational in Japanese, and I wouldn't say that I'm fluent yet. It's something that I'm still working on, and it's definitely like a process that takes a while. But something I kind of want to dive into is how I managed to get there when, even after sitting at A-level, aka kind of high school, taking Japanese, I still finished with an A and couldn't speak. Pronunciation-wise, I was okay. It was just kind of how to actually interact with people in that language that was hard. So I'm going to pinpoint basically how you can end up in that situation by accident when you're kind of in your process of learning a language. The schooling system isn't the best known for helping with speaking. Things were so kind of academically driven with learning a language that it kind of took away from the essence of how to actually communicate like a normal human being and just sound kind of natural in a language. So basically I'm just going to talk about the things that can lead you to not being the best speaker in a language and how you can avoid them basically. First one, I'm just going to call it textbook jail. If you're only using a textbook to learn from and you're only practicing writing, there is literally no way for you to get better at speaking. Ways that you can get around this, literally just using various things online to help you meet people and speak to people that are either learning the language or native speakers. I ended up joining a few Discord communities of native Japanese speakers and people that were learning. Everyone had like a really good level of Japanese, so I felt like even if I was communicating with non-native speakers, I was still able to learn from them, and I wasn't particularly worried about if they were making mistakes or not because they could just speak that well. Point number two, if you're entirely just focused on grammar and vocab, you miss out on learning the way that the language works and the fact that you can have two phrases, say in English and Japanese, which say two different things if you translated them word for word, but the implication is the same. Just the actual way that things are said in other languages and how to structure a sentence in a way that sounds natural rather than just like a translator is another pointer that's really important, and it's only something that you can learn from actually practicing speaking with people. Third point I would say is probably if you're only using something like Duolingo to learn. I would not advise that. I had a look into Duolingo for some of my students because I teach a bit of Japanese as well. When I say there is literally no grammar explanation for anything, there just nothing. Literally no explanation whatsoever. It just pushes you in the deep end. So to be fair, if you are learning your grammar from a textbook, you could use Duolingo as kind of a side tool to help progress your learning quicker, but I don't think it's entirely necessary. I would say that you'd probably be better actually investing your time in trying to find other people learning the language or native speakers and just diving straight in to try and have basic conversations. And something I want to add on to that is actually something this YouTube channel is offering. I'm working with a website called learnlanguages.info, which has 8 different languages you can learn on there, and it's all taught through podcast style lessons. It focuses a lot more on the kind of listening and sort of speaking aspect rather than sitting down and hardcore just grinding textbooks. These podcasts take you from the very beginning, so I feel like it's a good introduction, and it's entirely free. Like there's literally no catch. It's literally just free up on the internet swimming around, so basically take advantage of that and start learning a language if you're putting it off.